And this weekend, Congressman Manny Pacquiao is all set to face American Chris Algieri in a 12-round title fight in defense of his welterweight crown in Macau. Algieri is undefeated in 20 fights, 8 of which were won by knockouts. Pacquiao has won 58 fights, lost 5 and 2 ended in draws. Now, is the Pac-Man ready to slug it out with Algieri? And to give us insights, joining us tonight on NewsLife is Mr. Ronnie Nathanielsz, a legend when it comes to sports commentary in boxing. Good evening, sir, and welcome to NewsLife.
Good evening. Thank you very much for your compliments.
Sir, to start us off, is Congressman Manny Pacquiao ready to meet Chris Algieri?
He is ready to smash him.
Smash him, meaning?
To beat him up and ruin his handsome face, like what he did to Oscar De La Hoya. When he finished with Oscar De La Hoya, the pretty face of De La Hoya was a mess. He'll do the same thing to Algieri.
So you, by your matter of speech, it means you don't think that the fight will go the distance?
No, no way it's going the distance. Because, you know, Algieri is the result of a lot of hype. Because he's good looking, no question about it. He's good looking, he's tall, he's got a semblance of a jab. And you know, they make a big production of the fact that he beat Provodnikov. But that was a controversial decision to begin with in the first place. He was dropped twice by Provodnikov. But Provodnikov is not Pacquiao. Provodnikov charges in like a wild bull. He's wide open, and Algieri just keep jabbing and connecting and scoring points. Pacquiao is not that kind of a fighter. Pacquiao will go at him with different angles. He'll duck under his jab and work to the body, and he'll bring him down.
But won't his height and reach advantage give him an advantage in this fight?
No. Margarito was a tall 5'10", 5'11" fighter. Look what Pacquiao did to him. Cotto was tall, De La Hoya was tall, but Pacquiao took them all apart. So the height doesn't make, you know, a height doesn't make you a champion. It's so many other things, and Pacquiao has them all. He's got speed, he's got good footwork, he comes in at angles, he's got power, and he's got experience.
So you think Manny Pacquiao still has it?
Oh yes, most definitely. He'll have it for another 2 years until he fights Mayweather, hopefully.
So you think after this fight, do you think Mayweather will fight him?
Depends on how Manny Pacquiao performs. I don't want to see Mayweather is hard to predict because if Manny looks very good, he may get scared and not fight him, because Mayweather doesn't like to fight southpaws in the first place. And second place, his legs are gone. He doesn't move like he used to in the past. And Pacquiao moves well, and Pacquiao hits hard. So it depends on his frame of mind. Now, if he's looking for the money, and I think he is, then that fight will probably happen. I hope it does.
Now, aren't you going to give anything on Algieri, being that he's undefeated in 20 fights?
No, you know, it's a question of who did you beat. In 20 fights, the only decent opponent he beat was Provodnikov. Now, I have seen Provodnikov spar with Pacquiao, and Pacquiao just ripped him apart. That's why a Provodnikov-Pacquiao fight never took place, because it would have been a mismatch. You know, Provodnikov is strong, no question about it. He hits hard. Algieri's face was a mess. His right eye was almost coming out. He got knocked down in the first round twice. Well, he may have a chance in the sense that for the first few rounds, he will jab and run. The moment he feels the power of Pacquiao, he's going to run more than ever. So that's his problem. He will not engage Pacquiao. His trainer said today, his assistant trainer said today, why will I engage Pacquiao? That's not my strategy. So if he doesn't engage Pacquiao, he thinks Pacquiao is going to get tired chasing him. But you know, Pacquiao is very good at cutting off the ring.
Now, do you see a knockout in this fight?
I think if it's not a knockout, the fight is going to be stopped by the referee. That's my feeling, because Pacquiao just beat this guy up. I mean,
now, if Manny Pacquiao wins, or as you said, he will win, how many more fights do you think he can sign for? And is a fight with Mayweather going to happen if he wins this fight? Well,
hopefully it will happen. He's got a contract with Bob Arum until the end of 2016. But the problem with making the Mayweather fight is that Mayweather doesn't want anything to do with Bob Arum. So the whole world has to appeal to Bob Arum to step aside and allow Manny Pacquiao to fight Mayweather, and without his being involved. And that's important. And if Bob Arum is really interested in granting the desire of fight fans around the world, he should step aside. And I understand today, I learned from very reliable boxing people in Australia that Mayweather has suggested a $160 million purse, that he will get 100 million and Manny will get $60 million. And they asked me whether I thought it was reasonable. I said, yes, $60 million for Manny Pacquiao, that's a hell of a lot of money. Go get it, yes. Get the fight done, you know.
Now, again, if Manny Pacquiao wins, who do you think would be the next, if it's not going to be a Mayweather-Pacquiao fight next, who do you think is next in line to fight the Pac-Man?
You know, I talked to Manny Pacquiao some time ago, as well as Michael Collins and Freddie Roach. He wants to go down to 140. You know, he's a bloated 147. He doesn't have to fight at 147. He's normally 144, 143, 145. So, and he eats everything. He doesn't diet at all. So he can go down to 140 easily. And he wants to fight Danny Swift Garcia, who is popular in the US. He's a world champion. And that's the fight they're looking at next year.
And finally, Mr. Nathanielsz, your fearless forecast, your prediction for the fight?
Well, Manny is going to win without a shadow of doubt. I think he's going to win within 6 rounds. Freddie Roach says he wants it in 1 round, but Freddie is making a mistake. Michael Collins was more realistic. He said 5 or 6 rounds because he knows Manny Pacquiao is an entertainer. He wants to entertain the people who paid good money to watch the fight, flew all the way from the Philippines and from the United States to Macau. So he's not going to disappoint them. He's going to let Algieri look a little good in the first 2 or 3 rounds.
But you think he could do it in the first round if he wanted to?
If he wanted to, he could have done it in the first minute of the first round.
Okay, on that note, always a pleasure to have you here, Mr. Nathanielsz.
Thank you, partner.
Thank you very much. That was Ronnie Nathanielsz, a legend in sports commentary, especially in boxing. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Salamat po.